class action suggestion for Americans on the astrological debacle. Now that it has become clear that newspapers, magazines, psychics, astrologers, book publishers, radio programs, television series, all has been lying to you about the astrological sign you're in and the support and advice they gave you as if it is the next best thing since cut bread, showing that apparently you are a pre-programmed robot that are influenced by your stars through apparently an electrical impulse that cannot be scientifically measured. But who cares? As long as you believe it, you will manifest it, because after all, you are alone in your reality, and your belief makes everything real as you want it. So therefore, our great masters of the mindset, whatever you think and believe, you can achieve, because you have to believe it, you create it, you have to do it. No external force truly have an experience or impact on it. But these people did take your money, they did present to you all these wonderful things. You have made decisions and married people based on this advice to make sure I must only marry a person that's in Cancer or in Sagittarius. So you have done many decisions. So therefore we suggest that the Americans, where you have a legal system that obviously allow this wonderful ways of taking revenge, you must come together and start a class action suit against all those that misled you with the astrology information, and make sure that you shut them down so that they can never do it again. They're not going to ask your forgiveness, they're not going to give you your money back, and they're not going to solve the problems where you have been in situations where you have made the wrong decisions and your children are now without a mummy or a daddy just because you made the wrong decision about your astrological influences you would like. And now you have children that are astrologically disenfranchised because you don't really truly love them, because subconsciously you've decided you only want certain particular astrology signs to be the composite of your child's identity. So there is many reasons why class action suits are advisable, but in essence one of them is obviously to make sure that these people that are so misleading and that now just wash their hands in it as if nothing really happened, that they can never do it again to anyone else, because they're not willing to do forgiveness and bring about a world that's best for all. So I suggest we need, as a matter of course, a class action suit against all magazines, newspapers, media, psychics, channels, you name it, that has been promoting this disdain, and that claimed that apparently the astrological information were truthful and to the benefit of the user, when in fact it wasn't so. So next time, do your homework. There's going to be many other things that's going to reveal as being deceptive and deliberate misleading. Make sure whatever you do is always what's best for all life, not just for you, because if you're misled, you screw up your family and your life, and you feel too bad to do anything about it, and sometimes you don't even realize that that is what happens. That is why your divorce happened, or why your children are screwed up, is because your decision for an astrological sign and how the planets really actually influenced the whole situation was two different things, and you didn't know. We feel so sorry for you that you have managed to get yourself misled to such a extent that you actually believed the crap that was peddled as the horror of the scope of your life. Horoscopes exposed at last. Useless bullshit information that is being shared by an elite that employs the journalists within the money cult of the world to shape the information for one purpose only, to make as much money as possible so they can actually have all the pleasure in the world and all the happiness, because they can pay for the slaves to do it. And the slaves has got no choice because they need the money. Yes, and you need money and you have to do it no matter what, then you are a slave in essence. Equal money will stop this. Obviously, we will no longer work with wizards, witches, and conjurers of astrology, because they have misled this world over thousands of years, and we have not managed to get out of the dark ages because of it. Shut them down. Never lend your ears out to such information, because if that information goes into form into your mind through your belief systems, and you can study how that works, then you will make the story up in your mind through your back chat ecosystem and your secret mind, that you end up believing the bullshit as if it is real, and you make your decisions based on that, and you do great harm to other living things. We will have to, in the future, identify people that has got a weakness for these things and retrain them and make sure that the genetic code gets corrected. And no matter what it costs, isn't it? Wouldn't you do that the same? I mean, you didn't want children to be born that are genetically dysfunctional and are purely produced through the parental passions just so they can suffer. Fascinating. I mean, the stars should have warned you about that, isn't it? But it didn't, because it was all a lie.